What is up? Risk takers! Welcome to the Kill Pete Strategy. I'm Pete. I'm a top grandmaster playing Risk, Global Domination. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to the channels and come along the ride with me, ladies and gentlemen. We're playing, as we do, the meta. So, meta, I like to show you the blizzards to start. This helps us get a sense of how the board works. All the blizzards concentrate on the right-hand side today. So the left-hand side of the map is open and normal. We're playing as magenta in the 4th seed. So the way this board goes is our new corner is normal, but it just extends far out into Russia. On the bottom of the map, most of the lines are normal. So we have a 1-line, 2-line, 3-line bottom, and then a truncated pocket. So we have a 4-line pocket for Orient. If yellow would pick a 1, which they probably don't. Can I try and pull that position off? I mean, it would be kind of like a Kuka cap almost to try and take that. Don't love it. What else jumps out as good? Our 5-line is blocked, so we have a Russia position. 4th seed, I don't get to push a ton of initiative. I could do some action in France, I think, which is how we're going to end up playing it. Don't love that capital. But maybe we get the new code. Okay, so red is going to be in my sphere. Sure. And ooh, yellow does go for the tip. That is a high risk. That is very high risk play. So we see white, red, and yellow. Okay, so we're going to get a sense of purple being somewhere there. Okay, do they go for the turn 1 Russia? Man, could you imagine if they have it? That would be crazy. Turn 1 Russia is very powerful. I don't feel inherently threatened by that. Maybe I should, just because of how powerful it is, but I am on the other side of the board. So these are the caps we see. We saw purple taking some Russia. We don't know where the cap is. And then last play we're going to want to see is black. Ah, drat. So I was like, well, one thing that we hope to not happen is there to be somebody back there. So black is going to be a thorn in my side from the noob corner. Sure. This tells us that there's nobody in the middle. Even Iceland capper in black. And white is going to take the bonus. Their captain, I assume. No, then maybe I get a mid position sort of thing. Yep. And yep. So nobody's in the middle of this board then. And red's going to go behind and take Spain. No, they're manually something. Ah, red steals the yellow cap. This is why you don't cap on a 1 in the last seat. Okay. Red takes a 2 cap open. Yellow can't really retaliate, so they're going to bot, and their bot's going to break my bonus. Right? Is that what happens? They throw their phone on the floor, or are they going to try and play? Okay, they get a card. And turn 2, does purple have T1 Russia? Don't break my bonus, please. Okay. Okay. Yes, they do get a turn 1 Russia. Okay. Well, hopefully black and purple have an interaction point. across the top. Ooh. Purple decides to be Kuka to the Orient position. Black on 12. So black's doing all right. I don't think they roll my capital. I'm going to take France here, assuming they don't. Black, I would assume, just takes Scandi. That's a guard 5. Yeah, the hope is that the guy who captained Iceland becomes a problem for the turn on Russia player who put 8 of their turn generation in a pocket. So they're going to lose some tempo from that. I would assume that purple knows that red took the yellow capital. The problem for me, though, is I'm going to lose my bonus. Ooh, white puts there. White doesn't know where the red cap is yet. Okay. Sure. I'll just take France here. I'll take France in a way that both black and red can see. That'd be nice to black. As I said, I need black to have an interaction point with purple. I'm expecting that yellow might break here. That's why I made it a 2. This 5 is not encouraging. It probably steps down to take, right? Steps down to take I like. Okay, great. Great. Yes, and our poor friend. Crippling Elixir. Is he going to try to take that Germany bonus, perhaps? Or does he just break me anyways? I'm waiting to be collateral damage. Just because his troops aren't on red, they're on me. Okay, so yeah. This is the power of Turn on Russia is leveraging it into a second bonus turn 2, which purple didn't do. So we're now less afraid of that really strong open. And this is what he should have done turn 2. And he doesn't even do it turn 3 because I still have Sevastopol. Okay, 14 across the top. Wonder what black thinks. Yeah, break a little purple. Yes, good. Piss off purple. Purple didn't even have that, but now purple knows that you don't want to let him have it. Now purple's gonna likely retaliate on black across the top line. White still doesn't have a bonus. Okay, and we get to hold 2 plus 4s. Why not take a third? No one sees what I'm doing, and I'm being nice to everybody. We've been putting light guards on the fronts. But we have most of our troops on our capital. If black or red break me, get retaliated on. And now red goes into the Orient pocket. Isn't expecting to see an 8. This is purple hunting, yeah. This is purple hunting that cap. And how much of yellow exists outside of Germany? Probably precious little. So purple's a couple things they can do. They can continue to try hunt that cap. They can retaliate on black, who made it clear that they're not going to let them have a second huge bonus. Meanwhile, I hold 3 plus 4s. And red is on 2 caps in 2 different places. Okay, so 14. Now he's going to insist, right? He's going to insist on that bonus. He's going to let that bottom right go. So white's going to be on the bottom. Red is going to be on the bottom two corners. Black is the top left. Purple is top right. And yellow is dead. Yellow is kind of deceased in this middle. 14 for black. What if black continues trying to insist on breaking purple? Part of me wants to do it, but then I just kick the advantage to a different player because I'll start that war. Yeah, black just chip and pass. Yeah, white's still off bonus. Holy shit. White's in huge trouble. Yeah, well, purple is scary large. I'm going to take the yellow kill here. Maybe yellow exists in the bottom. Yeah, yellow exists in the bottom. Okay, great. So black either has to hit me or hit purple. Hopefully black doesn't have enough troops on their capital. And where do we think yellow exists? I should not be allowed to hold this either. This is almost as strong as... So purple's on plus 15. I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 plus 5. I'm on plus 17. Assuming it all holds. So curious which side of the white cap yellow is on. Yellow's either here or here. What are they manualing? Manual the original cap back, maybe? Red says good game. Yeah, they're manualing the original cap back. Okay, cool. Well played, good game. Yep, and then purple's going to kill yellow. 23 is very nice. He can smack the shit out of me if he wants to. And can kill yellow, I think. This is yellow dying. Yellow does not die. He got the cap. He got the cap. Red can't do anything about that. Red's no longer there. Black can only really hit me, right? No, they have an exterior. That's good. I'm torn about whether or not I want to kill yellow because it's so early. Yeah, we bust up purple. Now red is attacking white. Ah, red attacks me. Why would you close your cap off? He's just worried about me. Purple could still get the yellow kill. I'm expecting yellow to set. This is why I didn't take it. And now red flagged. So it broke me and then flagged. What a loser. You fucking loser. Okay. Interesting play. Purple for sure kills yellow. And sets. Or is he clearing the pocket? Yeah, kills yellow and sets. I expected yellow to set on 4. I was going to break everything I have, which totally makes sense. Yeah, that's why I guarded the way I did. Ah, come down off the top. Good for you. All right. So how many troops are on Purple's capital, and where is it exactly? Because that was very expensive for them. Maybe there's no cap up there at all. Where the fuck would their cap be then? Black takes the 8 trade. Purple goes MIA. Okay, 16 for white. White finally has both bottom bonuses. No, just the big one? Not sure. White has a lot. Sats gets the 10. What does white do? The purple's cap must be up at the top, but it probably doesn't have a ton of troops on it. I think my best move is to get all this purple stuff away from me. Okay, and red bot's going to set. Purple stays MIA. Red bot hopefully is a problem for white. It's going to be a problem for me too. Rats. Yeah, stay MIA. We go into a weird 3-player. So wasn't expecting red to bot. No reason for red to bot. Definitely wasn't expecting purple to bot. Purple might just be mad that their ice cream cone fell on the floor. I wonder if black has a cap there. Okay. 11 for purple plus a set. I do not have one. Stay in draft as long as possible. I also can't really hunt kills because I don't know if the orient position has been cleared or not. But black is enabling me, so maybe black hits me hard now. Wouldn't be shocked. You're gonna hit me pretty damn hard. I'm scary big. I'm holding my board and purple's board, and both boards were good. Yeah, stay in draft. Set at the last possible second. Yeah, botted. Okay. 20 right on my border, and one break. One break, no break is be a taker. Don't even get a card. Don't even get a card. Oh, a taker. Okay, it is a taker. It has the bonus. Okay, so it was about to break me. Does black hit me really fucking hard? Does black take the purple cap up here, right, and open up an 11? I need to bank troops from this turn is what I need to do. $16 for white. Plus the 25 trade. He's going into orient. Great. Great. It's very expensive, but he's clearing that now for me. That might put the purple kill on the table. Nope, he's killing red. Different. He just fed me the red kill. All right, I'll play that then. Maybe red's still in the Orient pocket though. Haha. Well, that wasn't very smart. So we can take Sue from white. White has no resources. They completely fed a kill. 16. Okay, magenta already has that pocket. That's why. White kills on the table. White is capless. Dude, put troops on your capital. Wow. This is a 2 put troops on your capital kind of game for yellow in the beginning. I guess yellow just made a bad selection. Black must realize now that I'm the threat, but there's little they can do. Yeah, so that's the 35. Maybe he kills white. Ooh, I don't trade. I can kill white and force a trade. Yeah, black should attack me really hard. I can't believe that white hit red so hard, but just was 3 troops off from finishing the kill. Well, I guess I can believe because the guy only had a 1 cap, so just get a single hit from black. Black has all of his stuff on the Iceland cap. Angry 34 slam, go down, hit the 17 cap, quit the game. Goes into the middle of the board. Okay, I think we're just confused. Sue? GG. Great. That worked well. All right, see you later, Tucknack. And I guess, like, if it's possible, I should just fuck up black, right? Yeah, good game. Good game, black. Or I could cap run. 1, 2, 3. So what do I need for a set? Nah, he's got most of his troops on his cap is the thing. Shit. Man, he loves his off-cap stacks, eh? Okay. We got 15. Well, black doesn't have a trade, so purple bot sets in the middle. Do I have a trade? We do. Now we're talking. Great game. Great game. Easy. Made easier by the fact that both red and purple really had no staying power. Surprised that the guy who camped in Iceland gets second. That kind of not the best, but speaks more to the glass jaw of purple and red. White just wasn't very good. I can't imagine that the average skill in this game is much higher than intermediate. We'll do a Q&A question, though, before we end. And if you guys have questions and would like me to answer them on the show, I invite you to throw them up in the Q&A thread, and they will be answered in the order in which they are asked. And today's question is from Gwaine125. And Gwaine says, "Hey, Pete, first your videos have been really been more than entertainment for me. The way that you interact with your audience comes from a place of genuine care and appreciation for each and every single one of your viewers. Oh, thank you, man. I'm glad you noticed. I do care about you all. You know, you matter. Oof, well played. Now, what do I want to put on that other one? Maybe 50-50. Yeah, if an 84 rolls a 48, he'll lose all his troops. I want to personally thank you for that. And now to the question: what is your view on AI with regards to how it impacts our daily life as a society? It's probably a negative. I personally found AI to be more of a hindrance than a positive. Yeah, it's probably a negative. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Keep being you. Okay, so so often we hate the player when we need to be hating the game. The reason AI is so in the news, all of these different AI technologies are so up our ass. The reason all of that is because, there's a fundamental flaw in capitalism, right? The way our economy is structured. Okay, he doesn't care. He just wants his Iceland cap. Okay. Do you want me to kill the bot first? Is this what you want? I can do that. He wants me to kill the bot first. I don't know that actually we get that far, but I don't think we do get that far. Yeah, so much of our economy asks the question, how do I make more money? And the question it doesn't ask is, how do I maximize human flourishing? And presupposed into the idea of an economy is that it economizes and it exists to the benefit and in service to human flourishing. But de facto, what we end up with currently is the obscene, decadent, beyond flourishing of very few people, kind of at the expense of everybody else. Notwithstanding, like, your standard of life is, in many ways better than your parents, but watching the standard of living of the average citizen in decline in my country, if that isn't the most clear indictment of the government you can imagine, I don't know what is. And on top of that, I guess the long way short to say this is the economy is very broken. So AI sort of maximizes the way in which our economy being broken is apparent. Let's just clear this board up. Satisfying. The last thing I will say is, in addition to our economy being broken, it's best to not put these tools into a very broad basket. I think it's best to think of it as, AI tools are tools. They have no moral weight to them. As the user of a tool, you decide how to add moral weight. You can choose to not use the tool to the extent you can choose to not use it. What on earth is Black doing? I'm optimistic about the future. I don't have any illusions that, the systems of oppression are just going to magically fix themselves, but the future will be weirder and more wonderful than you or I could imagine. So I choose to go bravely into that future and try and figure out how to solve the problem, as I always do. Like, that's sort of how I approach life. Life is a series of problems to solve, and you solve one, you are confronted with another, and you go forth, ideally bravely. I've been so blessed in my life so far. AI is just another one in a long series of disruptive technologies. Yeah, intermediate was the average here, just a little bit under intermediate for average. 2 novices, 3 intermediates. Thank you, my friends here for the game. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you guys here at home watching, you can subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Kill Pete Strategy to Free Pete. Come on down, check me out on the live show. I would love it if you did, and I would love it if you posted questions in my thread, because I think it is one of the more interesting parts of the show. So thank you. I love you. And for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.